The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. The Tar Heels will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The midshipman offense is on the field to start this game. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, Dave. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. It's a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Hauls it in. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The midshipmen looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Lemon. Finds his back in the middle. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Man, a great job on the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. It is the great equalizer, a way for the midshipmen to be competitive. Nobody did it better on the ground than Keenan Reynolds.
And we're going to talk about it a lot throughout the ball game because Navy obviously runs the football first, second, third.
Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Marches ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, midshipmen.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
He'll return it. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. So North Carolina's offense will have its first possession of the game. They're led by a sensational signal caller, and Jesse, one thing every elite quarterback knows is where to find the weak spot in the secondary. And there might be a few of them there.
Yeah, there's no mystery where this quarterback is going to be throwing the football and who he's going to be trying to pick on. They knew coming into this game this was going to be the matchup they want to take advantage of. Now, David, the defense and their coordinator are going to have to find...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Let's go. And the Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Lopez wants to fire. Quickly complete. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. Third down coming up after the completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
That's caught. It's Moffitt. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first.
You and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Tar Heels had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, Tar Heels. The offense cashing it in on that drive. Looking for the tie with the extra point. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And here comes the Navy offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Use the play fake. Now to throw. A strike downfield. At the 45 on his way. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Quickly complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Navy to the line, needing just a few inches on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Turning it on. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Navy!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he'll just take him to end this drive will start at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tar Heels just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Lopez to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Had to get rid of it quickly. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started. It's still in the first quarter, for goodness sakes.
Pressure coming. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. The Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. The give from the gun. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Now they'll run the draw. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Scanning the field, it's Lemon. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they
converts on fourth down, still going. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
How many first downs is that alone? You know, just on this drive, the defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They run the reverse. And he's brought down in the backfield as they throw him in reverse.
Great discipline by the backside of the defense. This is my gap. This is where I'm supposed to be. Ball goes away, so be it. I got to stay home. Stays home. Makes a great play for a loss.
Throwing right. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And the try is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Lopez wants to fire. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on third down. The Tar Heels will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And Navy will go back on the attack. This young signal caller just seems to get better and better with each game. He's been turnover-free. They're moving the ball up and down the field. A really mature performance. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Moffitt. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Slipping, sliding, dancing his way down to the 32.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Tar Heels will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And here comes the Navy offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. The chains now on second and long. Looking to throw, it's Lemon. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got the back in the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. To the air on first down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Sets up the screen. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What did you do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and something.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Off the RPO, complete. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Tar Heels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Lopez to pass. They're working that left side. Gets away from one, finds some space. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Green. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Just keeps slinging it. Gets it out quickly. Spins away from the defense. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. UConn has the lead right now. Husky hysteria has been palpable all week across the state, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 10 over Duke. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Great job by the defense, forcing a fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on.
Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Lemon. Release to the back. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Navy will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Caught close to the marker. It's Green. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Just enough time to get off one more snap. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Lopez wants to fire. That's caught. It's Bettis. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
I agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football falling right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that we can win this game.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll move the tight end. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Makes the grab. It's Green. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Lopez to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. The toss to the right. Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw, it's Lemon. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Navy will have to punt it away. And they'll mark this one at the 15-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Fires to the tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Fires to the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Caught in the backfield, it's Menace. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Lopez wants to fire. Going for 6. Touchdown, North Carolina! And that one will give them the lead. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And Navy will go back on the attack. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Got the back over the middle.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They're going to run it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll give it to him again. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well, but you see how mixing in the quarterback run too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
3rd down, I got this. I'll take this myself. He makes the read quickly. He calls his number. He has confidence in himself. Goes and gets the first down.
Back to pass. It's Lemon. Fires to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And this.
There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Navy now facing 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, midshipman! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Right on the money. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Here comes the heat. Complete to the right. After the filthy move, he's got room. Touchdown, UNC! They've
think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Navy offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up.
Oh, he's got through space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Making side adjustments here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Quarterback adapting. He's going to take off. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. He leaves it with his back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. Just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Looking to throw, it's Lemon. Here's the pressure. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. A lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just drop the football.
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Unloads quickly. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pulls it in, it's Bettis. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Fires left. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
He'll keep it himself. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone here because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football, and then right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
To the ground with the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss.
2nd and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and force a 3rd down and goal situation.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Lopez to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Smashes it between the uprights. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's 1st down from the 48. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
They'll try the run. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. They'll ride the hot hand. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Caught behind the line. It's Clayton. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And running east-west at this point is not going to help you win this game. You're down by a possession, a 2-minute situation. You got to catch it and get north, get the 1st down to stop the clock. Or you got to catch it and make sure that you're somewhere close to out of bounds. If you're going to try to go laterally, that wasn't it right there.
To the air, it's Lemon. They'll run the screen. Turning it on! And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down. They're in plus territory and now threatening to get the score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They go to the ground. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I absolutely hate that play call. At this point of the game, you're trailing, you're trying an outside run. It's a slow developing play, eating up seconds. And if you're going to do that, at least you have to be able to get out of bounds. He wasn't able to do it, and now the clock is ticking and ticking away. That is just not the right play call in this 2-minute situation.
Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking for a man, it's Lemon. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. He'll set up to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And how about the clock management by this team? Taking all of the clock, scoring late now. All you got to do is finish it. The easy part. Bring out the kicker, knock that PAT through the uprights.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little